Greetings. Interesting question for you. If you're in a leadership position, have you ever gotten angry? I can't believe that there's nobody who hasn't ever gotten angry or gotten mad, but the follow-up question is, how did you act on it? For instance, were you one of those people who yelled? Did you hit something? Were you able to at least keep some kind of control over yourself? How did you react? I'll tell you the truth. I have never yelled at anybody in a work situation. Not my style. I've never yelled at anybody who yelled at me. I got angry. I really was on my way one time over 20 years ago where I was going to go and kick somebody's behind. I was that angry. And I was sick. But I didn't. Last minute, I gained control of myself and I handled it a much different way. And it worked out better for me that way than going the other way. But that's the closest I ever came to wanting to hit someone. Like I said, I was sick. So my defenses were down a little bit, but luckily I got my mind back in time. Now, I have hit stuff. I mean, I once kind of hit a desk because I was just angry and I waited till I went back to my office. And I had someone who once, she reported something that wasn't true. It wasn't even close to true. And so what I did is I told everyone, don't touch anything. Nobody gets to touch anything. I handle everything. And I handled everything. And then the next day, I had a union rep come in and tell her, okay, tell them what you said and tell them what I supposedly said. And she had nothing because I hadn't even come up with it. She had just something that she had totally made up, and she sat there crying the entire time. But I wanted the union and I wanted the union rep to see that she had just made that up. I don't know why she made that up. And I pretty much let it go after that point. I never chastised her on it. I never treated her any different. It was just in that moment, I was thinking, wow, where did that come from? And you know, I've been one of those people over the years who says that if you're in a leadership position, you have no right to yell at anybody. You have no right to berate somebody. You have no right to embarrass somebody in front of a whole lot of people. Yes, I embarrassed this one young lady, but union rep and the, head of their union, it needed to be done because it was an out and out lie. But I have always been able to find my ways to control myself. Sure, there have been times where I have shaken a little bit, but my voice gets lower. And, you have to have those ways so you can keep some kind of control over yourself. Used to be when I was a director that when I got a little angry, not only did my voice get lower, but my language got better. Whereas a lot of people will cuss and say all kind of stuff, I started using words that I knew nobody knew a lot of definitions to, just because that's where my mind went. And I don't know how you can gain control if you're not in control. I mean, people will say, well, maybe you should do the 5 to 10 count. I think that helps. I tend to think that it's something that if you have never really experienced it before, you need to find ways that you can control yourself, and you need to practice it when you're not somewhere else. I was a bad athlete. And by bad athlete, I mean I played really good, but I wanted to crush people. And so I had a really bad temper. I never cussed. I've never cussed in my life, but I let people know that, I'm going to play hard. And I did. And I didn't want anybody to ever score. So I had that temper issue. And I was a bowler. And I used to kick everything. And if I didn't throw a strike, I would just always be mad. And then one day, I was in college, it just kind of came to me when I was bowling. And I punched the wall and I said, well, how's that going to help you? Why are you punching the wall? The wall didn't do anything. You didn't throw the strike. It's certainly not going to help you bowl any better. And I just, all of a sudden, figured out how to gain most of my control. Not everything, but I calmed down a lot on one night, and I figured it out. And over the years, because I had figured it out, I've done pretty well. Yes, I've still gotten mad, but I've never taken it out on anybody else. Maybe when I got home I fussed a little bit. But I never took it out on anybody else. So let me ask you this question. When you get upset, do you find yourself taking it out on other people? Do you yell at other people? Do you, berate them? Do you purposely embarrass people in front of everybody else? Or have you found your way to gain control of yourself and handle it in a business way? I'd like to know how you guys do it. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I hope you have a wonderful day.